I never held solid friendships through my childhood. I was always moving around a lot. I remember all the hellos, all the goodbyes. I remember my small group of friends in Richmond. I remember the cafeteria in Dubai where all my peers played Bakugan. In a middle school 3 miles from here, I recall a yo-yo obsession my whole school suddenly had. But as I moved around, all the people I met, all the friends I made, it always came with an expiration date. I always had to say goodbye. I had to start new. My freshman year here, I had to say goodbye to the first friend I took photos with, Justice. My sophomore year, I had to say goodbye to a German and Austrian who I hung out with almost every weekend. But these goodbyes, no matter how much they hurt me, were preparations for goodbye I never saw coming. My parents, my siblings. It's a hard fact to digest. They've been the only true constant in my life, and now I have to see them go. I'll miss the long talks about life with Mom. I'll reminisce driving with Dad, listening to stories from his youth. I won't get to see Ruby and Finn grow up. I won't be able to witness firsthand the type of people they'll become. I want to be there for them, but I can't do that and move on with my life at the same time. So what do? How do I prepare for this? Let me tell you a story. It was the summer before my freshman year. I just discovered the camera and the skateboard. Most would think they don't mix well, but not me. And that's exactly how it happened. We went on a camping trip to Michigan, and I fatefully decided to take my board. So my friend and I are at the campsite, and we're about to leave for the beach. I decide to leave my phone in the tent in an effort to enjoy nature, and I'm off, riding down a biking path with a camera around my neck, and boom, I fall. So I got back up and kept riding. Guess what? I fall again. This time, though, something was wrong. I look down on my leg and discover it's twisted. I can't even begin to describe to you the panic that ensued. Thoughts like, what the hell just happened? And hey, my foot should not be faced that way, were flying by. In a panic, I reach for my phone, which was not there, so I begin screaming at my friend who was with me to go get help, who, might I add, also did not have his phone. The 45 minutes it took for the ambulance to get there was pure hell. The doctor told me I had a spiral fracture. Even picturing that really freaked me out. He then proceeded to tell me that some of my bones were shattered, and if any of those tiny pieces dislodged and made their way into my heart, I could die within seconds. He might have been a little less blunt with that little piece of information, but that's how I heard it. So I was out for the summer. Sitting in my room, I began to discover the world of editing. And the more I sat there editing other people's work, the more I became motivated to use my own. I wanted to create something that I could call mine, every artist's dream, but I couldn't. So I delved into what I could do then. And that ignited my passion for not only video and photography, but art. My broken leg quite literally forced me to sit down and surround myself with these programs because I didn't have anything better to do. So why am I telling you this story? For me, this break jump-started my involvement with art. Without this break, I'm not sure who I'd be now, and I think that's important. We all have breaks. Whether they be physical or emotional, we all have them. But I believe these breaks help shape us. They help form who we are. Without our breaks, life would just be boring. Our breaks form a necessary contrast to our lives. They make the good stick out from the bad and vice versa. Breaks help us appreciate what we take for granted, and they teach us how to keep on going, how to carry on. They prepare us for tougher, bigger breaks to come. As a kid, getting cut in the finger was the scariest injury I could get. But if you told my 7-year-old self that I would have my leg twisted so much it would shatter, I think the world was going to end. But when it happened, my world didn't end, because all those cuts and bruises prepared me. These breaks, they shine a different light, a different perspective on the life we live. They shine a light that uncovers the dark parts of our life and forces us to confront them. Without my breaks, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to delve into the details of editing, which made my passion for film possible. But now, I have another break approaching. In a few months, I'll be leaving my family for college. I'll be leaving the only people that have stayed in my life the whole run through. And as sad as this is, I think it's an opportunity to learn and grow. This is another break in my life, another moment that will shape who I become. And just like before I broke my leg, I have no idea how it will affect me. But I know it will be a journey that will change who I am and who I'll become.